I'm going to take this off to play my guitar. Planning on playing some music for you, original music. That way it doesn't alert nobody about a copyright. Let's see. All right, I gotta find my original music real quick. I do have this one I can probably do for you. Can't promise you it's gonna be 100%, but I recorded it today. Sounds better with the effects, so I'm just gonna mention that. Move my Coke because it's very close to the edge, and I can see that being a problem. So I'm super glad to be here, and Bible Worldwide will be starting here in just a little bit. Let me show you this song. When the storms rise, I hide in His embrace. His arms are my shelter, my safe holy place. Even when I stumble, even when I run, He holds me close as the battle is won. He is my refuge loves me still in the darkest night. He loves me still in the darkest night. That's my newest one. What do you think about that, Jason? Let me turn you up. Make sure your voice is loud. Okay, sorry. Now it is. Go ahead and speak, Bubba.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, what's up, Bub?
I like that song, Mom.
Did you?
That's good.
Yeah.
You ain't done my song yet, Mom.
Which one?
The one you say you're gonna do for me.
Well, I'm gonna have to write you a separate one. But which one do you want me to do? The one that's like about nobody left you?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that one too. Let me find it.
That's the one I listened to when I fell asleep.
Oh yeah? Is that the good one you like? Okay, I'll remember that now. Cool.
The reason I like that because it makes me think about you.
Oh, you're such a darling. All right, let me find it. It's back here somewhere. I know we're going to get to that mushy stuff on another day. I have to talk to Christy on that because it makes me feel weird. So we are going to talk about the mushiness. I can't take the mushiness. I know it. You're going to just be like, okay, Mom, good deal. All right, let me find it for you. Hold on. I've got it in my paper somewhere. I just got to find it. They're not in any kind of order. They used to be. I used to have them in alphabetical order. Huh?
Okay.
I know it. I'm worried about him too, but you know, I can't fix him. Only the Lord can. What we can do is lift him up in prayer. But it's awful to have to go through what you have to go through when you're a kid and then come out as you're grown and then have to try to heal from it. I'm just glad that, you know, we try not to hurt our own children that way. You know what I mean? So.
And I done made my mind up, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm coming down there to do some routine.
All right, I'm ready, man. We got a whole weekend planned already.
If I get stuck down there, I'll just get stuck down there.
What you gonna do?
I ain't gonna take care of her because she even tried to call me, and I'm not. I told my neighbor, I said I'm not gonna take care of her when that time comes. She never take care of her when she ain't nowhere now. So
yeah,
I'm going on.
I understand. Well, let me sing this song for you. This world gets so busy that we lose track of time. Hello, I can't see it. Juggling everything. Y'all too far away, I can't read it. You're about to lose your mind. You see what really matters. It might be too late. So take time for each other. Take a break from the race. You have to take the good ones that never leave you. You have to take the good and hold with the bad. Sometimes there is laughter, sometimes you're just sad. Make the best of every day, tell the ones you love you do. Thank God for the ones that never leave you. Oh, thank God for the ones that never leave you. Amen. It's a good one. All right, let me see what else I got in here. You like that one the most, huh?
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome, Bubba.
I was crying a little bit when you were singing.
Oh, look at you. You're getting mushy again. Stop it. Okay, here's another good one. I'm going to do this one too. You ain't got no original songs, have you?
Huh?
Original songs, ones you wrote.
No, that's the one I sang.
Let me sing this one for you. When you're lost, where you rest, everywhere you turn, there's a test. You start to think, will I survive? Is there love, someone who's kind? Thank you. Weary traveler, you're not alone. This land is dry, you feel alone. You are tired and you are worn. Oh, weary traveler, this is not your home. Weary traveler, you're not alone. This place you're in, it's not your home. Rest in his arms and feel his love. Weary traveler, look up above. Weary traveler, you're a stranger here. Sorry, been a while. There's no comfort, no shelter near. Weary traveler in a foreign place, find some comfort in amazing grace. Hallelujah. Weary traveler, you're not alone. This place you're in, it's not your home. Rest in his arms and feel his love. Weary traveler, look up above. Weary traveler, you're not alone. This place you're in, it's not your home. Rest in his arms and feel his love. Oh, weary traveler, look up above. Weary traveler, look up above. Do you like that one too?
Yeah.
Cool.
We can do a duet. We need to do a duet.
Yeah, I'll record it that way.
Well,
What?
What about that song? You heard that song before? Victory Sweet.
No, I'm just
That's
doing
a-
Christian
that's a-
songs. I don't
that's a
know.
duet.
Is that a Christian song?
Yeah, that's the Singing Cooks.
Oh,
That's a Christian
you'll have to
song.
show me that one. You'll have to show me that one. Let me go ahead and sing this one for you. Every one of us has a story to tell. Living every day like we can. One day you're holding your loved one. The next day you're saying goodbye. The choice we make can leave us empty inside. Life can leave you broken and make you want to cry. But it's your life. How you gonna live it? How you gonna live it? No one may see your struggles. No one may see the pain in your eyes. Your accomplishments may go unnoticed, but it's your life. How you gonna live it? How you gonna live it? Working every day to make a living, doing the best you can, stressing out about your children and the crazy choices they make. One day they're home, the next they're saying goodbye. Life can leave you broken and make you want to cry. But it's your life. How you gonna live it? How you gonna live it? No one may see your struggles. No one may see the pain in your eyes. Your accomplishments may go unnoticed, but it's your life. How you gonna live it? How you gonna live it? Check this out. Don't you see it on the sidelines? Get in the game and make your way. Your accomplishments may go unnoticed, but it's your life. How you gonna live it? Come on. How you gonna live it? 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 Woo, that's good. All right, my hand's tired now. I finally found my hand thing.
We sung.
Did you sing that one with me? I heard you in the background there a little bit.
Yeah.
That one's pretty easy to pick up on too.
You know what? That song. I think that song. I think that's mine. Your song, not that one, but the one you done the first one.
Which one?
You're not by yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Never left you? The ones that never left you is what it's called.
Yeah, because that's my ever song. Cause,
there you go. I ain't never going to leave you. Don't get mushy. I don't like it.
Because every time you sing that song, Mama might cry.
Oh, see, you're getting mushy again. You got to stop. I can't take it. Joni, don't get mushy. When you get mushy, I can't take it. I was made to be a non-mushy mom because I was always called a crybaby when I was little too, so it makes it even worse. Where's all of our folks at? It's 8 o'clock.
But what I'm saying, Mom, is that song gets to me.
Oh, okay, that's the right way to do it then.
That song comes home to me.
Gotcha. That means something to you.
Especially when you sing it.
Oh. Okay, and mushiness, stop, please. All right, where's my friend? Where's my family?
I don't know. They're not there.
You're here, but they're not. Where are they at? Good job, son, for making it here on time. I'm proud of you for that. I like it when people are on time.
I don't know. They're not there.
I don't know. I think she said, what did Christina say about something she had to go on today? Oh, let me see if I can find it.
She at work.
Christina did?
Not Christina, the other one. She said at work.
Oh, that was probably Melanie.
Yeah, she said work.
Yeah, I know she's probably there. Here it is. Oh, no, she showed Gopher Wood. That ain't what it was. We were talking about the Noah's Ark or whatever Tuesday. And so she was wanting to show us that. Oh, I think she left a voice. She left a voice thing, and I don't have it. I can't listen to it.
Former wife ain't there.
Yeah, I don't think she's going. I think it's just going to be me and you. You all right with that?
Yeah.
Mom, all right. Good deal. We are on chapter 12. Yeah, we get to read for 2 hours. We might take a break and let you sing, okay?
What chapter?
Genesis chapter 12.
James?
Genesis, the very first book.
Genesis.
Yep, we run all the way through like normal.
You have to help me. You know you have to help me.
These words are big. I know it. They're crazy. I don't even think a scholar can say them right. What?
You have to help because I don't know some of them.
They're big, man. Okay, let's see. This one isn't too awful bad. You want to read 12? Because I don't see any huge words in there. Pharaoh's in there.
Chapter 12?
Yeah, and then Canaanites is in there too. Let me grab my King James because I don't have my new King James.
I'm going to read this one.
Okay.
NLRV.
NLRV. I don't know what that stands for.
That's better. I can understand this one better.
Like new, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me send her a love on that at work deal.
Chapter 15, right?
No. Chapter 12.
That's 12.
Yes. Yes. Let me get my other one pulled up over here.
I might have to warm my coffee up after I get done reading.
You're so funny. That's fine. Just do it in between when I'm reading, please. Anybody on TikTok want to come up and read?
And then I'll be back when you're reading. I'll be back.
You want me to read it now and let you come go get coffee heated up?
Yeah, I want to do it now, and then I'll get that next.
All right, I'm just letting you know. I don't see like it has parasites, it has big words in all of it, so you're just going to have to wing it, get through it. That's what we have to do in the Old Testament.
Get that done. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm going to read 12. Go for it.
Love you.
Love you too. The call of Abraham. Now the Lord said to Abram, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. 2. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Verse 4. So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. And Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people that had acquired in Haran, and they set out to go to the land of Canaan. When they came to the land of Canaan, Abram passed through the land to the place at Shechem. I'm reading out the ESV, by the way. To the oak of Morah. At that time, the Canaanites were in the land. Verse 7. Then the Lord appeared to Abram and said, to your offspring I will give this land. So he built there an altar to the Lord, who had appeared to him. Verse 8. From there he moved to the hill country on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent, with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. Is that not funny that we have Ai today, y'all? It's crazy. Ai is in the Bible, believe it or not. A new hallelujah. I love it, November Rose. And Ai on the east. And there he built an altar to the Lord and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed on, still going toward the Negev. Abram and Sarai in Egypt. Verse 10. Now there was a famine in the land, so Abram went down to Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was severe in the land. When he was about to enter Egypt, he said to Sarai his wife, I know that you are a woman beautiful in appearance, and when the Egyptians see you, they will say, this is his wife. Then they will unalive me. But they will let you live. Say that you are my sister, that it may go well with me because of you, and that my life may be spared for your sake. Verse 14. When Abram entered Egypt, the Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. And when the princes of Pharaoh saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. Verse 16. And for her sake, he dealt with Abram. And he had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male servants, female donkeys, and camels. But the Lord afflicted Pharaoh, and his house was with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. So Pharaoh called Abram and said, what is this that you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Verse 19. So he did a little bit of lying in that situation, didn't he?
It's a line.
Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you not say she is my sister? Why did you say she is my sister so that I took her for my wife? Now then, here is your wife. Take her and go. And Pharaoh gave men orders concerning him, and they sent him away with his wife and all that he had. Do you want to read now, or do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
He married his wife, his sister.
He didn't really. He lied and told the guys there in Egypt that was brand new to him that that she was his sister, so they wouldn't unalive him or kill him. So that way he would be able to continue to live, because they were afraid because of her and them trying to get her. The only way that they could get her was if he wasn't alive. Does that make sense?
If he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 13.
Okay, I'm gonna read it now.
Okay.
You have to help me now with some.
You betcha.
Abraham went up from Egypt to the, what's that?
Let me go over here and look, because I don't know what I got. Egypt.
No, Negev.
Negev.
Negev. Descendant. Yes, yeah. He took his wife and everything he had. Is that Lot?
Yeah.
Lot, right?
Yeah, that was the name of his nephew.
Lot went with him. Abraham had become very rich. He had a lot of livestock
Livestock.
and silver and gold. Abraham left the neighboring the stretch direction. He went from place to place until he come to Burden.
Sounds good to me.
Then he came to the place between Burden and
Hey.
at where his tent had been early.
Okay.
And there he called on the name of the Lord at the altar he had built. Lot was moving around with uh, Adam.
Abram.
Lot also had flocks and
Herds.
and hands. Is that hands?
Herds and tents.
Herds and tents.
Yeah.
But the land didn't have enough food for both Abel and Lot. They had large
Herds.
and many servants, so they wasn't able to stay together. The people who took care of Abel's herds and there who took care of Lot's herds began to argument the
Argue over the land, I think.
Yeah, were also living in the land at that time. So Abel said to Lot, let's not argument with each other. The people took care of your herds, and these taking care of mine. Shouldn't argue with one another either. After all, we're part of the same family. Isn't the whole land in front of you? Let's separate. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left. Lot looking around and saw that the whole Jordan River Valley toward the town of Zoar.
Zoar.
Zoar
Yeah.
had plenty of water. It was like the garden
Gomorrah.
Gomorrah of the Lord, like the land of Egypt.
Garden of the Lord, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt.
Okay.
This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That it, Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose the whole Jordan River Valley for himself. Then he started out toward the east. The two men separate. Adam lived in the land of Canaan.
Canaan, yeah.
Lived among the cities of the Jordan River Valley. He set up his tents near
Sodom.
The people of Sodom were evil. They were sinners, gather against the Lord. The Lord spoke to Abel after Lot had left him and said, look around from where you are. Look north and south, east and west. I will give you all the land you see. I will give it forever to you and your family who comes after you. I will make them like the dust of the earth, and dust be continue. If it can, then your family can be continued. Yeah.
Talking about he would have a lot of offspring, is what it's saying.
Yeah.
Number 17, is that where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
Okay, 16.
I'm on 17 now.
Okay, go ahead.
Go walk through the land, see how long and wide it is. I am giving it to you. So they went to live near the large trees of
Memory.
memory.
Mm-hmm. Which is in Hebrew.
Hebrew. There he pitching his tents.
Gotcha.
And build a altar to honor the Lord.
Perfect. All right, my turn. Chapter 14 of Genesis, verse 1. It says, Abram rescues Lot. In the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam. I'm telling you, it's a big word. We're going to get through it. And Tidal, king of Goim, verse 2. These kings made war with Bera, king of Sodom. Bersha. I think we ought to do like a ting every time we have a difficult word. I'm going to. Ready? Bersha, king of Gomorrah. Shinab, Badumping, king of Admah. Shemaber. There we go, another one. King of Zeboam. Another one. And all, I need a little bell to hold up whenever it's crazy. And I can just go, ding, there's another one. Another crazy word. And the king of Bela, that is Zor, which is the one you read earlier. And all these joined forces in the valley of Siddim, that is the Salt Sea. Verse 4. 12 years they had served Chedorlaomer. Chedorlaomer. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Chedorlaomer. Bing. But in the 13th year, they rebelled. Verse 5. In the 14th year, Chedorlaomer, that word, and the kings who were with him came and defeated Rephaim in the Ashtaroth, Karanaim, the Zuzim in Ham, and Eman in the Shaveh Kerathaim. That's a crazy name too. And the Horites in their hill country of Seir. That's what it looks like. Seir, Seir. As far as El Paran, there's another hard one, on the border of the wilderness. Then they turned back and came to, here's another one, in Mishpat. That is Kadesh. And defeated all the country of the Amalekites. That's another hard one. And also the Amorites.
Here's a hard one.
Oh, I know, I'm getting there. Who were dwelling in Hazazon Tamar. Ba-dum-bum. Verse 8. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboam, and the king of Bel. I think there's pretty big ones there. That is Zor. Went out.
That's a big one.
And they joined battle in the valley of Siddim, which Chedorlaomer, Bing, king of Elam, Tidal, king of Goim, Amraphel, king of Shinar, another hard one, and Arioch, We'll go with that one. Arioch, king of Elisar.
That G word you could think for Gomer.
Let's move on from it, please. All right. 4 kings against 5. Verse 10. Now the valley of Siddim was full of bitumen pits. And as the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some fell into them. So they must have been pits of some kind. Mm-hmm. And the rest of the hill country, verse 11. So the enemy took all of the possessions of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their provisions and went their way. Verse 12. They also took Lot, the son of Abram's brother, who was dwelling in Sodom, and his possessions, and went their way. Verse 13. Then one who had escaped came and told Abram, the Hebrew, who was living by the oaks of Mamre, another hard one, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and of Aner. These were allies of Abram. Verse 14. When Abram heard that his kinsman had been taken captive, he led forth his trained men, born in his house, 318 of them, and went in pursuit as far as Dan. Verse 15. And he divided his forces against them by night, he and his servants, and defeated them and pursued them to Hobah, another hard one, north of Damascus. I've heard of that one before. Then he brought back all the possessions and also brought back his kinsman, Lot, with his possessions, and the women and the people. Abram blessed by Melchizedek. Remember that guy we were talking about in the New Testament? We're going to learn about him. We're going to learn about him right now.
You said Melchizedek.
Melchizedek. Yes. Yeah. Melchizedek. Okay, here we go. Verse 17. After his return from the defeat of Chedorlaomer and the kings who were with him, the king of Sodom went out to meet him at the valley of Shaveh. That is the king's valley. And Melchizedek, king of Salem. I had no idea until right now where he came from. Now I know he was the king of Salem. Salem. Mm-hmm. Brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. That's cool. It says he was from the very beginning. Wow. I didn't realize this until now, that Abram met the priest of God's Most High, and he blessed him. So, and Melchizedek brought out bread and wine, the God of Most High, and he blessed him and said, this is what Melchizedek said to Abram. Blessed be Abram by God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth. Verse 20, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And Abram gave him a tenth of everything. And the king of Sodom said to Abram, give me the persons, but take the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted my hand to the Lord, God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth. Verse 23, that I would not take a thread or a sandal strap or anything that is yours, lest you should say, I have made Abram rich. I will take nothing but what the young men have eaten, and the share of the men who went with me. Let Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre take their share. All right, do you want to try to read 15?
Yeah, I was trying to read it.
Okay.
I tried to. Tell me the words in here.
I know it. They're crazy. We got it, though. We got it. We'll work on it together.
Sometime later,
Abram?
Abram had a vision. The Lord said to him,
Abram?
Abram, do not be afraid. I am like a shield to you. I am your very great
So in 15, God actually talks to Abram. That's pretty cool. Verse 2.
That's reward.
Yeah.
Reward.
Yeah. Hi, Kate. Cat. Verse 2.
But Abram said, Lord the King, what can you give me? I still don't have any children. My servant is still
Eliezer of Damascus. Steward of my servant's house is this Eliezer of Damascus. Verse 3.
Abram continued, you haven't given me any children, so this servant of mine will get everything I own.
Okay, so the servant will get it. Got it.
Then a message from the Lord came to Abram.
Mm-hmm.
I said it right that time.
You did. Good job.
The Lord said, when you die, what you have will not go to this man. You will have a son of your own. He will get everything you have. The Lord took Abram outside and said, look up at the sky, count the stars if you can. Then he said to him, that's how many children will be born into your family.
Abram
believed the Lord. The Lord was pleased with Abram because he believed. So Abram's faith made him right with the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
He also said to Abram, I am the Lord. I brought you out of your
Chaldees.
The land of Berlin. Is that right?
Sounds right to me. Go with it. I don't see that word, so go ahead.
I will give you this land to have as your very own. But Abram said, Lord the King, how can I know I will have this land as my own? So the Lord said to him, bring me a young cow, a goat, and a ram.
It's an animal.
Each must be their years.
3 years.
Must be 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a dove and a young
pigeon.
Mm-hmm. Along with them. Abram brought all of them to the Lord. Abram cut them in two and places the harvest
against another. So he separated the two of them and made an aisle like the marriage. But the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down, I'm in verse 11, upon the carcass, Abram drove them away. Verse 12, and when the sun, you got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As the sun was going down, Abram fell into a deep sleep.
See, the covenant was not with Abram, it was with God himself. That's why he can save us all.
Yeah. That thick.
That what?
Is that not thick?
Where?
Thick.
Yeah. I don't see it on my page.
A thick and scary darkness covering him.
Ah.
The Lord said to him, you can be sure of what I am about to tell you. For 400 years your family who comes after you will be stronger
Strangers.
strangers in another country. They will become servants. They will be they there and will be treated badly. But I will punish the nation that makes them slaves. After that, they will leave with many.
What verse are you in?
Person, but you will die in place. You will join the
In an old age?
uh,
Yeah, verse 15.
members of your family who have already died, and you will be buried when you are very old.
There you go.
Your children's grandchildren will come back here. That's because the sin of the
Amorites.
Amorites has not yet reached the point where I must punish them. The sun set and it become dark. Then a burning touch and a pot filled with smoking
Passed between the pieces.
out, appearing. They pass in between the pieces of the animals.
There you
that
go.
Had been cut into.
That was how they did a blood covenant back when God made this with Abram. So he didn't even let Abram go down there and do that covenant walking through the middle of the cut pieces. That's why we had to have sacrifices. That was to give atonement for our sins back in the day. So we had to have a covering because Jesus hadn't come yet. So these animals had to be cut. This is where it all started, was with Abram. And he even put him to sleep, and he walked through it without Abram. So he made the covenant in himself. Awesome. Okay.
But after Jesus died, they had to do that.
You got it. You got it. Verse 18. In the same day, that's what mine says.
The son, 18.
Yeah. What did you say?
On that day, the Lord made a covenant with
Abram.
Abram. He said, I am giving this land to your family who comes after you. It reaches from the river of
Egypt.
to the great
river Euphrates.
It includes the land of the
Kenites, and the Kenizzites. And then Kadamites too.
Kadamites. Is that
Hittites.
Hittites.
And the Perizzites.
Perizzites and
Rephaims. And the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. Christina, do you want to read 16, or do you want me to read 16? You read 17.
It says live there. That's the end of that.
There you go. Thank you, brother. Son. Christina, did you want to read now, or do you want to read 17?
Either way.
16.
Yeah, I know, but I was asking her which one she wanted to read. All right, go ahead and read 16 if you want.
Okay. All right. Genesis 16, verse 1. Now, Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children. She had a female Egyptian servant whose name was Hagar. And Sarai said to Abram, Behold, now the Lord has prevented me from bearing children. Go in to my servant. It may be that I shall obtain children by her. And Abram listened to the voice of Sarah. So after Abram had lived 10 years in the land of Canaan. Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, the Egyptian, her servant, and gave her to Abram, her husband. And he went in to Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, she took with contentment
Looked
on her
with.
mistress. And Sarai said to Abram, "May the wrong done to me be on you. I gave my servant to your embrace." And when she saw that she had conceived, she looked on me with contempt. "May the Lord judge between you and me." But Abram said to Sarai, "Behold, your servant is in your power. Do to her as you please." Then Sarai dealt harshly with her, and she fled from her. Verse 7, the angel of the Lord found her by the spring of water in the wilderness, the spring on the way to Shur. And he said, "Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going?" She said, "I'm fleeing from my mistress, Sarai." The angel of the Lord said to her, "Return to your mistress and submit to her." The angel of the Lord said to her, "I will surely multiply your offspring so that they cannot be numbered for multitude." And the angel of the Lord said to her, "Behold, you are pregnant and shall bear a son. You shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord has listened to your affliction. He shall be a wild donkey of a man, his hands against everyone, and everyone's hands against him, and he shall dwell over against all his kinsmen." So she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her, "You are a God of seeing."
Which is Elroy. If you know how you say Elohim, Elroy is the one that means the God that sees. So that's when he got that name.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
See, "You are the God of seeing," for she said, "Truly here I have seen him who looks after me." Therefore the well was called Berhala.
Roy at the end. Look at that.
It lies between
Kadesh
and
Bered.
And Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram called the name of his son, whom Hagar bore, Ishmael. Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abram.
There you go. Abraham and the covenant of circumcision. So circumcision was not a thing until this. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, "I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless, that I may make my covenant between me and you, and may multiply you greatly." Then Abram fell on his face, and God said to him, "Behold, my covenant is with you, and you shall be the father of a multitude of nations. No longer shall your name be called Abram, but your name shall be called Abraham, for I have made you the father of a multitude of nations. I will make you exceedingly fruitful, and I will make you into nations, and kings shall come from you. And I will establish my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you, and throughout their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be God to you and to your offspring after you." Verse 8, and I will give to you and your offspring after you the land of your sojourning, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. Verse 9. And God said to Abraham, as for you, you shall keep my covenant, you and your offspring after you throughout their generations. Verse 10. This is my covenant which you shall keep between me and you and your offspring after you. Every male among you shall be circumcised. You shall be circumcised in the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and you. So it's a blood covenant right there. Verse 12. He who is 8 days old among you shall be circumcised, every male throughout your generations, whether born in your house or bought with your money from any foreigner who is not of your offspring, both he who is born in your house and he who is bought with your money shall surely be circumcised. So shall be my covenant be in your flesh, an everlasting covenant. Verse 14. Any uncircumcised male who is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin shall be cut off from his people. Hi, Jennifer. He has broken my covenant. Isaac's birth promised. And God said to Abraham, as for Sarah, your wife, you shall not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name. Verse 16. I will bless her, and moreover, I will give you a son by her. I will bless her, and she shall become nations. Kings of peoples shall come from her. Verse 17. Then Abraham fell on his face and laughed and said to himself, shall a child be born to a man who is 100 years old? Shall Sarah, who is 90 years old, bear a child? And Abraham said to God, oh, that Ishmael might live before you. Verse 19. God said, no, but Sarah your wife shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his offspring after him. Verse 20. As for Ishmael, I have heard you. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and multiply him greatly. He shall father 12 princes, and I will make him into a great nation. 21. But I will establish my covenant with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to you at this time next year. 22. When he had finished talking with him, God went up from Abraham. Then Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all those born in his house or bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and he circumcised the flesh of their foreskin that very day. And God said to him, as God had said to them, Verse 24, Abraham was 99 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. Verse 25, and Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. Verse 26, that very day Abraham and his son Ishmael was circumcised, and all the men of his house, those born in the house and those bought with money from a foreigner, were circumcised with him. So it looks like Ishmael was about 14 years older than his brother Isaac. All right, chapter 18. You want to take it, or you want me to go?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord appeared to him by the oaks of
Mamre,
as he sat at the door of his tent in the heat of the day, he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 men were standing in front of him. When he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them and bowed himself to the earth and said, O Lord, if I have found favor in your sight, do not pass by your servant. Let a little water be brought and wash your feet and rest yourselves under the tree, while I bring a morsel of bread, that you may refresh yourselves. And after that you may pass on, since you have come to your servant. So they said, Do as you have said. And Abram went quickly into the tent to Sarah and said, Quick, 3
Says, I guess, I don't know.
Of flour. I wonder if that's like sheaves.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's some kind of measurement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's got to make cakes with it, it says.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where were they? Knead it and make cakes. And Abram ran to the herd and took a calf, tender and good, and gave it to a young man who prepared it quickly. Then he took curds and milk and the calf that he had prepared and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree while they ate. They said to him, Where is Sarah, your wife? And he said, She's in the tent. And the Lord said, I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, shall have a son. And Sarah was listening at the tent door behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in years. The way of women had ceased to be with Sarah.
Oh my. So she even stopped having a menstrual cycle.
Yep. So
she was in menopause.
Beyond her years.
Wow.
So Sarah laughed to herself, saying, After I am worn out and the Lord is old, shall I have pleasure? The Lord said, Now that I'm old, is anything too hard for the Lord? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time, I will return to you about this time next year, and Sarah shall have a son. But Sarah denied it, saying, I did not laugh, for she was afraid. He said, No, but you did laugh. Then the men set out from there, and they looked down toward Sodom. And Abram went with them to set them on their way. The Lord said, Shall I hide from Abram? What am I about to do? Seeing that Abram shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I have chosen him, that he may command his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing righteous and justice, so that the Lord may bring Abram what he has promised him. Then the Lord said, Because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and their sin is very grave, I will go down to see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry that has come to me, and if not, I will know. So the men turned from there and went toward Sodom, and Abram still stood before the Lord. Then Abram drew near and said, Will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked? Suppose there are 50 righteous in the city. Will you then sweep away the place and not spare it for the 50 righteous who are in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to put the righteous to death with the wicked, so that the righteous fare as the wicked. Far be that from you. Shall not the judge of all the earth do what is great? And the Lord said, If I find a Sodom 50 righteous in the city, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Abram answered and said, Behold, I have undertaken to speak to the Lord, I who am but dust and ashes. Suppose 5 of the 50 righteous are lacking. Will you destroy the whole city for a lack of 5? And he said, I will not destroy it if I find 45 there. Again he spoke to him and said, Suppose 40 are found there. He answered, For the sake of 40, I will not do it. Then he said, Oh, let the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Suppose 30 are found there. He answered, I will not do it, if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold, I have undertaken to speak to the Lord. Suppose 20 are found there. He answered, For the sake of 20, I will not destroy it. Then he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak again. But this once, suppose 10 are found there. He answered, For the sake of 10, I will not destroy. And the Lord went his way when he had finished speaking to Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place.
Good job. Chapter 19. God rescues Lot. The 2 angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them and bowed himself with his face to the earth and said, My lords, please turn aside to your servant's house and spend the night and wash your feet. Then you may rise up early and go on your way. Thank you. They said, No, we will spend the night in the town square. But he pressed them strongly. So they turned aside to him and entered his house. And he made them a feast and baked unleavened bread, and they ate. Verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city and the men of Sodom, both young and old, all the people to the last man, surrounded the house. And they called to Lot, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, that we may know them. Verse 6. Lot went out to the men at the entrance, shut the door after him, and said, I beg you, my brothers, do not act so wickedly. Verse 8. Behold, I have 2 daughters who have not known any man. Let me bring them out to you, and do to them as you please. Only do nothing to these men, for they have come under the shelter of my roof. But they said, Stand back. And they said, This fellow came to sojourn, and he has become the judge. Now we will deal worse with you than with them. Then they pressed hard against the man Lot and drew near to break the door down. Verse 10. But the men reached out their hands and brought Lot into the house with them and shut the door. And they struck with blindness the men who were at the entrance of the house, both small and great, so they wore themselves out groping for the door. Verse 12. Then the men said to Lot, have you anyone else here, son-in-laws, sons, daughters, or anyone you have in the city? Bring them out of the place. Verse 13. For we are about to destroy this place. The outcry against its people has become great. Excuse me, great before the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. Verse 14. So Lot went out and said to his son-in-law, who were to marry his daughters, up, get out of this place, for the Lord is about to destroy the city. But he seemed to his son-in-laws to be jesting. Verse 15. As morning dawned, the angels urged Lot, saying, up, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, lest you be swept away in the punishment of the city. Verse 16. But he lingered. So the men seized him and his wife and his 2 daughters by the hand, the Lord being merciful to him. And they brought him out and set him outside the city. And as they brought him out, one said, escape for your life. Do not look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the hills, lest you be swept away. Verse 18. And Lot said to them, oh no, my lords, behold, your servants has found favor in your sight, and you have shown me great kindness in saving my life. But I cannot escape to the hills, lest the disaster overtake me and I die. Verse 20, behold, this city is near enough to flee to, and it is a little one. Let me escape there. Is it not a little one? And my life will be saved. Verse 21, he said to him, behold, I grant you this favor also, that I will not overthrow the city of which you have spoken. 22, escape there quickly, for I can do nothing till you arrive there. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zor. God destroys Sodom. Verse 23, the sun had risen on the earth when Lot came to Zor. When the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah sulfur and fire from the Lord out of heaven, and he overthrew those cities and all the valley and all the inhabitants of the city and what grew on the ground. But Lot's wife behind him looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Verse 27, and Abraham went early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord, and he looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the valley. And he looked, and behold, the smoke of the land went up like the smoke of a furnace. 29. So it was that when God destroyed the cities of the valley, God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot had lived. Lot and his daughters. Now Lot went up out of Zor and lived in the hills with his 2 daughters, for he was afraid to live in Zor. So he lived in a cave with his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said to the younger, our father is old, and there is not, check, this is crazy. Watch what happens. This is crazy right here. Our father is old, and there is not a man on earth to come in to us after the manner of all the earth. Verse 32. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve offspring for our father. Can you believe some crazy stuff like that? It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep, verse 33. So they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father. He did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Verse 34. The next day, the firstborn said to the younger, behold, I lay last night with my father. Let us make him drink wine tonight also. Then you go in and lie with him, that we may preserve offspring for our father. Verse 35. So they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Verse 36. Thus both the daughters of Lot became pregnant by their father, which was Lot. That's crazy. The firstborn bore a son and called his name Moab. He is the father of the Moabites to this day. Verse 38. The younger also bore a son called his name Ben-Ami. He is the father of the Ammonites to this day. So I always wondered where these two nations came from. Now we know they came from incest.
That was blood-related.
I know. That's crazy.
crazy.
They probably had, some kind of genetic problem, I'm thinking. Chapter 20. Who wants to read that one?
Abraham moving south into the what
Territory? Area? Something like that. Spell it.
Negev.
Yep, Negev.
Negev.
Yep.
Descendant thing.
And lived between Kadesh and Shur. You're saying it differently, though. And he sojourned to Gerar.
Between
Kadesh.
And
Sure.
For a while. He's staying in
Gerar.
Mm-hmm. There Abraham said about his wife Sarah. She's my sister.
He lied again.
Yeah, his sister.
Well,
Then
at least he didn't sleep with his daughters. I'm just saying.
then wherever that word
Abimelech.
Abimelech. The king of
Gerar. Yeah.
Sent for Sarah and took her.
Okay.
So God appeared to
Abimelech. In a dream. Mm-hmm.
In a dream one night. He said to him, you are as good as dead. Because of the woman you have taken, she is already married.
Now Abimelech.
But
Abimelech.
Abimelech.
Okay, go with that.
Hasn't gone near her.
Had not approached her. That's good.
So he said, Lord, will you destroy a nation that isn't done anything wrong? Didn't Abraham say to me, she's my sister? And didn't she also say,
he's my brother? Yep.
What was it? So, I guess
spell it.
I had no idea I was doing anything wrong.
Okay, there you go.
Then God spoke to him in a dream and said, yes, I know you had no idea you were doing anything wrong. So I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife to him. He is a prophecy, so he will pray for you, and you will live. But what if you do not return her? then you can be sure that you and all
Surely
your
die.
people will die.
Woo!
Early the next morning,
Abimelech
Abimelech sent for all his off, off, what officers.
Okay.
When he told them everything that had happened, they were really afraid. Then Abimelech,
You're getting there. Keep going. Abimelech.
then Abimelech,
There you go. You're close.
calling Abraham and Abimelech said, "What have you done to us? Have I done something wrong to you? Have you why have you brought so much guilt on me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should never be done."
Right.
Abimelech also asked Abraham, "Why do you do this?" Abraham replied, "I thought there is no respect for God in this place. They will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister. She's the daughter of my father, but no, the daughter.
But not the daughter of my mother. So they're half brother and sister.
That's messed up.
Yep.
And she become my wife. God had me
Wander
away from my father's house. So I said to her, here is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say about me, here's my brother."
Got it.
Then
Abimelech.
Then Abimelech.
It's A-B, Abimelech.
Then Abimelech gave Abraham sleep the cattle and the male and female servants. He also returned his wife Sarah to him. Abimelech. He said to Sarah, I am giving your brother 25 pounds of silver.
Sounds good to me.
This will show everyone with you that I am sorry for what I did to you. You haven't done anything wrong. Then Abraham praying to God, and God healed
Abimelech.
Abimelech.
Yeah, we're getting there.
He also healed his wife and his female servant. I don't know that word.
Slaves.
I say short way,
Abimelech. Yeah, but that's fine.
Abimelech.
You got it close for that time. What happened?
Servants said they could have children again. The Lord had kept all the women in Abimelech's house from having children, and had done it because of Abraham's wife Sarah.
There you go. Good job. I'll read this one.
That Abimelech, I can't say that.
Abimelech. It's a B in there. Abim.
Abinko.
You almost got it. Keep working at it quietly, please. Chapter 21. I've been over here rolling about how you've been pronouncing it, so I apologize already. Chapter 21. The birth of Isaac. The Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he had promised. And Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age at the time of which God had spoken to him. Verse 3. Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Verse 5. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Verse 6. And Sarah said, God has made laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh over me. And she said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age. God protects Hagar and Ishmael. Verse 8, chapter 21 of Genesis. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast of the day that Isaac was weaned. Verse 9, but Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, laughing. Verse 10, so she said to Abraham, cast out the slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not be an heir with my son Isaac. Verse 11, and the things was very displeasing to Abraham on account of his son. Verse 12, but God said to Abraham, be not displeased because of the boy and because of your slave woman. Whatever Sarah says to do, do as she tells you. For through Isaac shall your offspring be named. Verse 13, and I will make a nation of the son of the slave woman also, because he is your offspring. Verse 14, so Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar, putting it on her shoulder along with her child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. Verse 15, when the water in the skin was gone, she put the child under one of the bushes. 16. Then she went and sat down opposite him a good way off, about a distance of a bow shot. For she said, let me not look on the death of the child. And as she sat opposite him, she lifted her voice and wept. Verse 17. And God heard the voice of the boy. And the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what troubles you, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Verse 18, up, lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Verse 19, then God opened her eyes and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. Verse 20. And God was with the boy, and he grew up. He lived in the wilderness and became an expert with the bow. Verse 21. He lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the land of Egypt. A treaty with Abimelech. Verse 22. At that time, Abimelech and Philcol, the commander of his army, said to Abraham, God is with you in all that you do. 23. Now therefore swear to me here by God that you will not deal falsely with me, or with my descendants, or with my posterity. But I have dealt kindly with you, so that you deal with me, so you will deal with me and with the land where you have sojourned. Verse 24. And Abraham said, I will swear. Verse 24 or 25. When Abraham reproved Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized, Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this thing. You did not tell me, and I have not heard of it until today. Verse 27. So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two men made a covenant. 28. Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock apart. And Abimelech said to Abraham, what is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs that you have set apart? He said, these 7 ewe lambs you will take from my hand, and this may be a witness for me that I dug this well. Verse 31. Therefore, that place was called Beersheba, because they're both of this. They're there, both of them swore an oath. So they did the same thing that God did with Abraham. They cut the ewe lambs open, split them apart, and walked through them to make a covenant. That's how they did it back in the day. It wasn't like a contract that you sign your name to now. It was blood. All right. Then Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, rose up and returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned many days in the land of the Philistines. Chapter 22. Go ahead, Christine, if you want to.
Okay. Chapter 22. After these things, God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham, and he said, Here I am. He said, take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you. So Abraham rose early in the morning, saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him and his son Isaac. And he cut the wood for the burnt offering and rose and went to the place of which God had told him. On the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place from afar. Verse 5. Then Abraham said to his young men, stay here with the donkey. I and the boy will go over there and worship and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac, his son. And he took in his hand the fire and the knife. So they went both of them together. And Isaac said to his father, Abraham, my father. And he said, here I am, my son. He said, behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering, my son. So they went both of them together. When they came to the place of which God had told him, Abraham built the altar there and laid the wood in order and bound Isaac his son and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Then Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. He said, do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up as a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place the Lord will provide, as it is said to this day, on the mount of the Lord it shall be provided. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven and said, by myself I have sworn, declares the Lord, because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you, and I will surely multiply your offspring as the stars of the heaven and as the sand that is on the seashore. And your offering shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. Verse 19. So Abraham returned to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham lived in Beersheba. Now after these things it was told to Abraham, behold, Malachi also has borne children to your brother Nahor,
Yeah.
his firstborn, Buz, his brother, Kamal, the father of Aram,
Yep.
Cheesed.
I don't know. Go with whatever you think's best.
Hazu, Fildash,
Jidlof,
and
Bethuel,
or Bethala.
Bethuel or something.
Yeah. Bethuel fathered Rebekah. These 8 Malachi bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Moreover, his
concubine,
whose name was Ream, bore Taba,
Gaham, Tahash,
Tush, and
Makkah.
Makkah.
Sounds good to me. All right, you want to do it, Jason?
Yeah, I tried that word. I didn't mean to mess up
Abimelech.
that word.
It's hard.
That word, I don't know.
I don't think it's in this section, but they got some other tough ones like Machpelah.
I'm skipping. I'm gonna let you say them because I don't know them.
That'd be fine. We'll get through it.
Sarah lived to be 127 years old. She died at
Kiriath Arba.
Karen Arbor.
That is Hebron.
Hebron. It's also called Hebron.
Yeah.
It's in the land of Canaan.
You got it.
Sarah's death made Abraham very sad. He went to the place where her body was laying. Then he
Rose? That's what mine says.
weep over
Oh,
her.
Okay.
Then Abraham got up from beside his wife's body and said to the Aconauts, I am an outsider. I am a stranger among you. Sell me some property.
Yep, property.
Where I can buy these and my family who died.
A burying place.
Then I can bury my wife.
Yep.
Then Hawkins.
Hittites
replied to Abraham, Sir, listen to us. You are a mighty
Prince of God is what mine says.
Prince among us. Bury your wife in the best place we have. To bury our dead. None of us will refuse to sell you a place to bury her. Then Abraham bowed down in front of the
Hittites,
the people of the land, and said to them, if you are willing to let me bury my wife, then listen to me. Speak to
Ephron of Zohar,
son
Yeah, son of Zohar.
for me. Ask him to sell me the cover of
Machpelah.
my power and belongs to him, and it is at the end of his field. Ask him to sell it to me for the full price. I want it as a place to bury my dead wife among you. He hurt. He
Spell it.
EPHRON.
Ephron. Ephron.
The Haynes.
Oh, Hittite, yeah.
Among his people, he repaying to Abraham all of the
Hittites.
Hittites who had come to the gate of his city heard him. No, sir, Ephraim said, listen to me. I will give you the field. I also give you the cover that's in the field. I will give it to you in front of my people. Bury your wife. Again, Abraham bowed down in front of the people of the land and spoke to Ephraim so they could hear him. He said, please listen to me. I pay the price of the field. Accept it from me, then I can bury my wife there. He answered Abraham, sir, listen to me. The land is worth 10 pounds of silver. But what's that between the two of us? Bury your wife. Abraham agreed to Ehar's offer. He weighing out for Ehar the price he had named. The Hittites,
Ephron.
They had heard the amount. The price was 10 pounds of silver. Abraham was
Pursued
it by the
Purchased
weights
it. Purchased.
that were used by machine. So Ehart sold his field to Abraham. The field was in Washington.
Machpelah.
Park near
Memory.
Memory. Abraham bought the field and the cover that was in it. He also brought all the trees that were inside the bowers. I think that's right.
Sounds good. I don't see where we're at. We're good.
Of the field. Everything was sold to Abraham as his prophecy. He brought it in front of all the
Hebron? I don't know. Hebronites, maybe? I don't know.
Who had come to the gate of the city. Then Abraham buried his wife Sarah. He buried her in the cover in the field near
Canaan or Memory?
Memory.
Okay.
And the land of Canaan is at
Hebron.
Hebron.
Yeah.
So they built and the cover that was in it were sold to Abraham by the
Hittites.
Hiccups.
Mm-hmm.
The prophecy become a place to bury these who die in his family.
Beautiful.
That's a hard one that I can't do no word.
It's hard, ain't it? And it ain't even the begets yet. When we get to the begets, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But in order to read the Bible, you got to fight through all those words so that you can understand what the Lord's trying to say. Basically, it's like you and your old ancestors, you don't know half of their names. So it's kind of the same thing as us reading their genealogy back this, and that, and all these people that were involved in their life. Okay, so let's go. I'll read the next one, chapter 24. Isaac and Rebekah. Now Abraham was old, well advanced in years, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things. And Abraham said to his servant, the oldest of his household, who had charge of all that he had, put your hand under my thigh, that I may make you swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of earth, that you will not take a wife for my son, for the daughters of the Canaanites among whom I dwell, but will go to my country and to my kindred, and take a wife for my son Isaac. The servant said to him, perhaps the woman may not be willing to follow me to this land. Must I then take your son back to the land from which you came? Abraham said to him, see to it that you do not take my son back there. Verse 7. The Lord, the God of heaven, who took me from my father's house and from the land of my kindred, and whom spoke to me and swore to me, to your offspring I will give this land. He will send his angel before you, and you shall take a wife for my son from there. But if the woman is not willing to follow you, then you will be free from this oath of mine. Only you must not take my son back there. Verse 9. So the servant put his hand under the thigh of Abraham, his master, and swore to him concerning this matter. Verse 10, chapter 21 of Genesis, reading out of the English Standard Version. Then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and departed, taking all sorts of choice gifts from his master. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia, to the city of Nahor. Verse 11, and he made the camels kneel down outside the city by the well of the water at the time of evening, the time when women go out to draw water. Verse 12, and he said, O Lord, God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today and show steadfast love to my master Abraham. Verse 13, behold, I am standing by the spring of water, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. Verse 14, let the young woman to whom I shall say, please let down your jar that I may drink, and who shall say, drink, and I will water your camels, let her be the one whom you have appointed for your servant Isaac. By this I shall know that you have shown steadfast love to my master. Verse 15, before he had finished speaking, behold, Rebekah who was born to Bethuel, the son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, came out with her water jar on her shoulder. The young woman was very attractive in appearance, a maiden whom no man had known. She went down to the spring and filled her jar and came up. Verse 17. Then the man ran to meet her and said, please give me a little water to drink from your jar. She said, drink, my lord. And she quickly let down her jar upon her hand and gave him a drink. Then she had finished giving him a drink and said, I will draw water for your camels also, until they have finished drinking. Verse 20. So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough and ran again to the well to draw water. And she drew for all his camels. Verse 21. The man gazed at her in silence to learn whether the Lord had prospered his journey or not. Verse 22. When the camels had finished drinking, the man took a gold ring weighing a half shekel and 2 bracelets for her arms weighing 10 gold shekels, and said, "Please tell me whose daughter you are. Is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night?" She said to him, "I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, whom she bore to Nahor." Verse 25. She added, "We have plenty of both straw and fodder, and room to spend the night." 26. The man bowed his head and worshiped the Lord and said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, who has not forsaken his steadfast love," or who has not forsaken, and his faithfulness towards my master. "As for me, the Lord has led me in the way to the house of my master's kinsman." Verse 28. Then the young woman ran and told her mother's household about these things. Rebekah had a brother whose name was Laban. Laban ran out toward the man to the spring as soon as he saw the ring and the bracelets on his sister's arm and heard the words of Rebekah, his sister. "Thus the man spoke to me." He went to the man, and behold, he was standing by the camels at the spring. He said, "Come in, O blessed of the Lord. Why do you stand outside? For I have prepared the house and a place for the camels." So the man came to the house and unharnessed the camels and gave straw and fodder to the camels. And there was water to wash his feet and the feet of the men who were with him. Then food was set before him to eat. But he said, "I will not eat until I have said what I have to say." He said, "Speak on." So he said, "I am Abraham's servant. The Lord has greatly blessed my master, and he has become great. He has given him flocks and herds, silver and gold, male servants and female servants, camels and donkeys. And Sarah, my master's wife, bore a son to my master when she was old, and to him he has given all that he has. My master made me swear, saying, 'You shall not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites, in whose land I dwell, but you shall go to my father's house and to my clan and take a wife for my son.' I said to my master, 'Perhaps the woman will not follow me.' But he said to me, 'The Lord before whom I have walked will send his angels with you and prosper your way. You shall take a wife for my son from my clan and from my father's house.' 41. Then you will be free from my oath when you come to my clan, and if you do not, and if they will not give her to you, you will be free from my oath." 42. I came today to the spring and said, "O Lord, the God of my master Abraham, if now you are prospering the way that I go, behold, I am standing by the spring of water. Let the virgin who comes out to draw water, to whom I shall say, 'Please give me a little water from your jar to drink,' and who will say, 'Drink, and I will draw for your camels also,' let her be the woman whom the Lord has appointed for my master's son." Before I had finished speaking in my heart, behold, Rebekah came out with her water jar on her shoulder, and she went down to the spring and drew water. I said to her, "Let me drink." She quickly let down her jar from her shoulder and said, "Drink, and I will give your camels drink also." Then I asked her, "Whose daughter are you?" She said, "The daughter of Bethuel, Nahar's son from Milcall bore to him. So I put the ring on her nose and the bracelets on her arms. Then I bowed my head and worshiped the Lord and blessed the Lord and God, the God of my master Abraham, who had led me by the right way to take the daughter of my master's kinsman for his son. 49. Now then, if you are going to show steadfast love and faithfulness to my master, tell me. And if not, tell me, and I may return to the right hand or to the left. Verse 50. There's a lot of verses in this one. Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, the thing has come from the Lord. We cannot speak to you bad or good. Behold, Rebekah is before you. Take her and go, and let her be the wife of your master's son, as the Lord has spoken. 52. When Abraham's servant heard their words, he bowed himself to the earth before the Lord. And the servant brought out jewelry of silver and gold and garments and gave them to Rebekah. He also gave to her brother and to her mother costly ornaments. 54. And he and his men who were with him ate and drank, and they spent the night there. When they arose in the morning, he said, send me away to my master. Her brother and her mother said, let the young woman remain with us a while, at least 10 days. After that she may go. But he said to them, do not delay me. Since the Lord has prospered my way, send me away that I may go to my master. They said, let us call the young woman and ask her. And they called Rebekah, and she said to her, will you go with this man? She said, I will go. So they sent away Rebekah, their sister, and her nurse, and Abraham's servant and his men. And they blessed Rebekah and said to her, our sister, may you become thousands of 10,000s, and may your offspring possess the gate of those who hate him. Verse 61. Then Rebekah and her young women arose and rode on the camels and followed the man. Thus the servant took Rebekah and went his way. 62. I think we're going to finish here, you guys. We may be getting into no, it's not that bad on 25. Okay. Now Isaac had returned from Beer Laharoi and was dwelling in the Negev. And Isaac went out to mediate in the field toward evening, and he lifted his eyes and saw, and behold, there were camels coming. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismounted the camel and said to the servant, who is that man walking in the field to meet us? The servant said, it is my master. So she took her veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all the things that he had done. Then Isaac brought her into the tent of Sarah, his mother, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her. So Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. All right, chapter 25. You want to do it, Christina? And then we'll finish up.
Yep. Okay. Abram took another wife, whose name was Ketnar.
Sounds good.
She bore Zimram, Joshan.
Here we go. These are the begets.
Ishbak and Shaham. Joshkin fathered Sheba, and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Ashharm, Lechem, and Limnan. The sons of Midian were Ephron, Ephraim, Hancock, and Hanok of
Ebeda, and Elda.
and Elda. All of these were the children of Ketnar. Abram gave all he had to Isaac, but to the sons of his concubine, Abraham gave gifts, and while he was still living, he sent them away from his son Isaac eastward to the east country. These are the days of the years of Abraham's life, 175 years. Abraham breathed his last and died in a good old age, an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people. Isaac and Ishmael, his sons, buried him in the cave of
Machpelah
in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hiddenite, east of Marah, the field that Abraham purchased from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with Sarah, his wife. After the death of Abraham, God blessed Isaac, his son, and Isaac settled in
Beerla Haroe. I don't know.
Ra.
Yeah.
These are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar, the Egyptian, Sarah's servant, bore to Abraham. These are the names of the son of Ishmael, named in the order of their birth. Nebathah, the firstborn of Ishmael, and
Kedar.
Kedar,
Adbeel.
Mibsam,
Mibsam.
Mishma,
Duma.
Doma,
Massa. Hadad.
Tena, Jetar,
Nefesh. Yep.
Kedma,
yeah.
These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their villages, by their encampments, 12 princes according to their tribes. These are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. He breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people. They settled from Havilah to Shur, which is opposite Egypt in the direction of Assyria. He settled over against all his kinsmen. The birth of Esau and Jacob.
This is good.
Verse 19. These are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham fathered Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Armenian of Padaram, the sister of Laban, the Amorite, to be his wife. And Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And Lord granted his prayer, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. The children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it is thus, why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 people from within you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other. The older shall serve the younger. When her days to give birth were complete, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red, all his body like a hairy cloak. So they called his name Esau. After, his brother came out with his hand holding Esau's heel. So his name was called Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. When the boys grew up, Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a quiet man dwelling in tents. Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Esau sells his birthright. Verse 29. Once, when Jacob was cooking stew, Esau came in from the field and was exhausted. And Esau said to Jacob, "Let me eat some of the red stew, for I am exhausted." Therefore his name was called Edom. Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright now." Esau said, "I am about to die. Of what use is my birthright to me?" Jacob said, "Swear to me now." So he swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank and rose and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright, or deprived.
Excellent job. I think we did really good with these really hard words. And I think an extra 10 minutes leaving would be okay, don't you?
Yep.
All right. So next week, starting Monday, we'll be in chapter 26 of Genesis, going all the way through the Bible. We appreciate everybody being here. God bless everybody. Let me read this one little thing real quick because I like having something to read that will like just give us some kind of inspiration for the day. Today is November 6th. Let me find it. All right. Number 6 says, a good night's sleep. That's appropriate, right? Do not love sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you shall be satisfied with bread. Proverbs 20:13. While it's great to get a good night's sleep, it is an annoying addiction for those who value every waking moment of life. Even though the experience of sleeping can be pleasurable, we spend a third of our life in the unconscious state, often unwillingly being pulled into a realm of insanity. Some dreams are wonderful, but most make little or no sense. We float across the sky on the back of an elephant along with a school teacher we haven't seen for years, drinking coffee from 2-foot tall cups. And it all makes sense until we awaken. Then add to that the facts that most mornings we wake up feeling and looking as though we had been hit by a truck. The sleep rarely delivers what it seems to promise. So don't ever have an inordinate love for sleep. Rather, open your eyes to the lost world and take them to the bread of life before they sleep in what the Bible calls the sleep of death. Psalms 13:3. So search. What can I do to make the best use of my waking hours? I think that's what we've decided that we're going to do. It says, Father, teach me to number my days that I might apply my heart to wisdom. Psalms 90:12. Amen. All right. Good night, sis. Love you.
Good night.
Can't hardly get everything done.